Section 3, how to get the texture you made in ZBrush onto your 3ds Max mesh in 3ds Max. So now we have to go back to 3D Studio Max, magically it appears, and here I've created an anisotropic material just for the purposes. There's a pro material at the top left, but just for this, for quickness, I've just made an anisotropic standard material because it's easier to demonstrate where it goes in the map and the texture goes. Just boosted up the. I've got that. Change the colors a wee bit. Even if you're putting the texture on the top of the material, it's good practice to have the base materials the similar color because it affects the rendering. Drag to the material, and our barrel is the orange color we created in the standard material. And what we want to do now is get the texture we created in ZBrush onto this barrel in Max. So what we have to do on a standard material, go to diffuse color, click on the none bar, go to bitmap, it'll take you to desktop or wherever your texture is, but click on barrel bitmap, as you can, and then press open. Now it's on that material. Just drag it again onto the barrel. Oh dear, now it looks wrong. And the reason why this is because ZBrush, when you export as an object, something happens and the texture coordinates shift. No, there must be a setting for this. If you want to put in comments, please do, but there's a quick way that I just use, is that you can flip that texture in a texture editing program such as GIMP or Photoshop and flick it vertically. If you don't have time to open up a 2D editing package, you can do this in Max. It flips the coordinate, not the texture. You have to remember that. So go to the U angle here and type 180, i.e. flips it 180 degrees. Press enter. And there you can see, now it's all fine and dandy. And the texture is magically on the barrel, which is quite a satisfying thing if you're pretty sad. And then just go to render, and you can see the textures on the barrel. The exposure controls are not really that good with this render setup, but just for speed for this presentation, it shows you that the texture is on the barrel. And obviously you can export this to a game engine and that texture will show up in the game engine. It's pretty cool. I did this with my Cadiz project. I muddied up the building textures in a similar manner, taking them from 3D Studio Max to ZBrush, muddying up the textures in this way, and then exporting back into Max, then taking to my game engine which I was using. Okay, thank you for bearing with me on the screencast, and if you want to comment, please do. And this is available on my website too as a higher resolution, which can be bought for a small amount, or if you want to make a donation for this, that's fine, or just rate it, or comments help as well.